If we don't know how CUI is coming in and going out of our environment, why are we writing an SSP?
Let's talk about it. I think the foundation to this framework and what has been one of the biggest challenges, and you'll see us talk about CUI and other videos, but has been that definition of CUI. And CUI, what data we're receiving as CUI, what data we're generating as CUI, how we do that. We have several great videos on that. But it's also very important to understand how that data is flowing through our organization. So we have a control here, 313, which you called out. Control the flow of CUI in accordance with approved authorizations. Now, that sounds pretty straightforward. We're going to define and make sure that it's authorized within our environment. But when we look to those control assessment objectives, then again, we really see everything that an assessor is expecting to find underneath that control. And in this case, there are 5 different assessment objectives that they're looking for. I won't read all of these, but you can see an example. We're back to, we have policy specifically mentioned. We have R defined, and R defined is always our keyword that this is a documentation effort. Then when you go down to 313E here, you'll see approved authorizations are enforced. So now we know that we're into the process or the technical side of that application.
If we haven't implemented it already, right, there's going to be some pretty substantial things that would need to go into our SSP, right? One of those being the CUI flow diagram. If we don't know how CUI is coming in and going out of our environment, why are we writing an SSP?
Exactly. And that really also affects the scoping, which is the boundary and the assets that make up that CUI. As narrow as we can make that, that's to our benefit. Those systems and that part of our environment, as small as we can make it, control where the CUI is. That protects our risk, really protects our cost.